before we sat down here, we were talking about the ales and the rails, and you got one coming up here next week.
Right,
Which,
March 19th.
yes. I booked my ticket, so I'll be on that. So tell us a little bit about this ales and the rails that you got coming up.
Yeah,
what's it about?
So this kind of ties into what I mentioned before, that we really created this company to be a tourism and economic driver. We want to bring people to York County to understand and experience the York County craft beer scene. So what that does is that opens up conversations to have collaborations with other attractions in the area. And one of those is the Northern Central Railway. Some people may remember them as being steam into history down in the New Freedom area. So we wound up having a conversation a number of months ago, as any good conversation does, over a beer, right? Because what do they say? No good story ever starts with first I had a salad or something like that.
No.
So we started talking and go, what do you think about maybe we try to do something together? And I'm like, well, what does that look like? And what it was is basically doing our experiences with our beers, but doing it on a train. And I'm like, all right, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. And we did our first one at the end of October, and it was well received. I think we maybe had about 65 people that showed up on that one. So we got back together, kind of did a post-op, and they're like, you want to do another one? I'm like, sure. let's do another one. So we did another one in January. And that one was more geared towards winter-style beers. So we had more stouts and porters, but we still had IPAs and other styles of beer. So for those out there listening, it's not heavy IPA, it's not heavy stout. We try to create a really interesting selection of beers, which we do in all of our experiences. And that one, we saw 91 people show up. 91. Wow. And it was a blast. So if you can imagine, 5 train cars, a 3-hour train ride. You're going through the Howard Tunnel for all the train fans out there. And we did 10 beers, 5 up and 5 back. And everybody had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So we now do one a quarter. So the next one, is, as you had mentioned already, is coming up on March 19th. And that one, we're hoping to crack 100 on that one. So